Hi guys, so in this session we're going to be building on the masking skills we learnt last time, and we're going to be learning some motion tracking. We're going to be making a shot like this. So we have text and it follows the camera move, so it looks like it's actually in the scene in 3D space. Let's get started. So this is the footage I started with. It's a simple shot moving forward, but you could use any kind of shot with any kind of camera move. So I've got After Effects open, and same as before, we're going to make a new composition from footage. Drag in our footage. So what we need to do first is track and analyse the movement of the camera. It's all greyed out because our footage isn't selected, so we'll select our footage and we'll hit track camera. So this may take some time. The software is going through the footage and picking up on details like the windows or the trees, and that allows it to build up a picture of how the camera moves. And it's done. If you hover your mouse over the scene, you can see the points it's managed to follow. And we're going to hold left click and circle some of these points where we want our text to hover in 3D space. And we're going to right click and we're going to select create text and camera. So a 3D camera has been created based on the real movement of our real camera, and we've also got a 3D text layer. Our text is here right far back in 3D space and it's at a bit of a weird angle, but if we zoom in, which you can do if you just scroll your mouse, we can start rotating it and we can turn it the right way round, and let's just change the text. There we go. And that's tracking quite well. It sort of looked like it's attached to the church wall, so we're going to bring it a bit more forward in Z space. So you can see there's some objects that should be obscuring the text. The vase should be in front of the text, so we're going to mask it out with the pen tool. Go around. We need to set it to subtract. We're going to hit the little stopwatch so we can animate the mask. So scrub forward, move it, and just, yep, that all looks good. And move forward a bit, and fix it where the mask has drifted off a bit. That looks good. Now that sign should really be in front of the text as well. So we're going to start to make a new mask. We're just going to turn the text layer off, because sometimes it's easier to see what you're masking when it's turned off. There we go. We can turn it back on now. Set it to subtract as well. And it's drifted off, so we're just going to keyframe it there. Keyframe it there. And one more time. And that should about do it. Now there's also this street lamp which should, I think, is just about in front of the text. So we'll just mask that out as well. Same process, set to subtract. Keyframe the mask so that it moves with the lamp, and there we go. Now there's a few other things that I think can help the text and the video to blend together. I'm going to go to the text layer settings and I'm going to make the layer ever so slightly transparent by bringing down the opacity. I'm also going to add a subtle glow effect to the text. So I'm going to search for glow in my effects, apply it to the text, and just play around with the settings until it looks like something I'm happy with. Now I'm going to right click on the text layer, go to blending mode, and I'm going to change the blending mode to overlay. Now that obviously makes it very transparent, quite hard to see, but if I duplicate the layer a few times, that actually creates quite an interesting effect. So one last finishing touch, we're going to add an adjustment layer, and we're going to add the colour balance effect to that. I'm going to add some blue to the shadows and some yellow golden tones to the highlights. but it's really just a case of playing around and finding what settings work for your clip. And that's the finished effect. Motion tracking is something that's critical to modern visual effects and animation. We've obviously just been tracking in text, but this is the same basic principle that allows big Hollywood films to put digital effects in moving camera shots. Hopefully that's got you thinking about ways you could use motion tracking. It doesn't have to be text, it could be a stop motion King Kong or a Cinema 4D spaceship. We're going to leave it there for today. Hopefully that was helpful.